Ignore my hair, it's wet from the shower. But this is my March reading wrap up. I read 20 books in March, which is a few less than I read in January and February. So maybe I'm starting to slow down a little, but I'm still on a roll. I'm going to try to get this done within 3 minutes. But I read 20 books, and there's 4, I think, that I'm not going to talk about. So one was like a newsletter novella from an author that I don't feel the need to talk about. It was okay. And then a few that I didn't like, and I don't really like to talk super negative. So if I rate it below a 3, I'm not going to talk about it. And I rated 3 of them below a 3, which, if you know me, is really a big deal. So let's get started. First 2 books I read were Lost and Lasso. So the first 2 books in the month I listened to were Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage and Wild and Wrangled. These are the last 2 books in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. They are both really good. I really enjoyed both of them. They were both 5 out of 5s. I listened to both of these on Libby. Then I listened to Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. This is my least favorite of the Ashley Poston books. Yeah, it was good though. I still really enjoyed it. It was just my least favorite. This was a 4 out of 5. I listened to this on Libby. And then I listened to Bound by Ellie Hazelwood on Hoopla. This one is an audio only, and it used to only be on Spotify, but now it's on other things. This was really good. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed this. This was like vampires that aren't vampires. Great. I arc read Safe with Them by Jillian West. This is a Why Choose Omegaverse. I did a whole review on this. This one was really great, really great. Exactly what I expect from a Jillian West. It was a little less spicy than her other books, which is fine. But just so you know, this was really good. This was a 5 out of 5. I listened to The Night We Met by Abby Jimenez, and this one was a 3 out of 5 for me. It's my least favorite Abby Jimenez book. There were a few things I didn't love about it. I made a review about it. That's all I'll say. So I read the physical copy of Icebreaker 2 years ago and haven't read the other 2. So I listened to Wildfire and Daydream. Wildfire got a 4 out of 5. I thought it was kind of boring. And Daydream got a 4.5 out of 5, and it's my favorite in the series. I reread these 7 books in preparation for Hunt the Villain. God of Malice, God of Pain, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, God of Fury, God of War, and Kiss the Villain. Of course, I loved all of these. God of Malice, God of Wrath, God of Ruin, God of Fury, and Kiss the Villain are all 5 out of 5s, and God of Pain and God of War are both 4 out of 5s for me. Of course, I love these. These are great. I've talked about them a million times. Last of my favorite book of the month is Hunt the Villain by Rena Kent. This is a dark MM college romance, 2nd gen. This is the last of the 2nd gen books we're going to get. As soon as I can afford to buy a copy, or if someone wants to buy it off my Amazon wish list in my link in bio, I will do a ranking of all of the 2nd gen kids books here. So yeah.